Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today is a Let's Talk Q&A. I put a question out on Instagram, just put a post out and asked people to ask questions, and I had a huge response. I actually even got one over on my Facebook as well because I linked it up there. So I will go through them and hopefully I can answer as many as possible. So the first one comes from Tilly. I love her name. She's asked me a question before, and her question is, what do you do besides YouTube? So I recently got a new job with the same company that I was with before, but I am a proposals writer, and basically I write the answers to proposals for business within the sector that I work. It doesn't sound very exciting, but actually I'm really enjoying it at the moment. So yeah, that is what I do outside of YouTube and outside of my blog. Following on from that, the Victoria J, hi Victoria, she asks, what is your dream job? That's really tough actually, because I love doing YouTube and I really love blogging, but I don't know whether I'd want to do that full time. I really love event organising, but I don't think I'd want to do that full time. I really enjoy working in an office. That was always the goal. I'd like to manage a team of people, and I really like working with young people. I like working with like mentoring people, so maybe something like that along those lines. So not sure at the moment, but something similar to that. So Fat Cupcake, she asks, what is your favourite mascara? I actually don't have a favourite. I use many mascaras. I've used lots of different ones. At the moment I'm using the Soap & Glory Thick and Fast mascara. I'm enjoying it, but it's not my favourite. I think if I had to pick one, it would probably be the Lancome Hypnose mascara, just because it's an old faithful. I really enjoy it when I go back to it. But apart from that, I'm really not sure. I don't think I have a favourite mascara at this point in time. Sorry, I can't help you with that. Sonia E. So hi Sonia, she used to be my pen pal, but I was getting crap at writing letters, but don't worry, I will get back into it. She asks, what is my favourite thing in London, or what have I done that I've loved? So I was born in London and I've got a real affinity with it there. I love going there, I love wandering the streets. Some of the best things I've done is actually get lost in London and find somewhere to sort of sit down and eat and watch the world go by. I was in Soho and I went to this little French restaurant with somebody, and I can't even remember who that person was, to be honest, but I had a really beautiful dish and it was just so enjoyable, and it's just meeting people, and I love London. But there's so much to do. It's my favourite city in the whole world, not just because I was born there, it's just got so much to do. I just feel safe there, it's easy to get around. If you're not used to London, then maybe you won't feel the same, but I absolutely love it, and I can't wait to be down there for the Makeup Revolution party at the end of next month. Formigo, I suppose it's meant to say amigo, but it's with a 4 underscore. I'm going to cheat and ask 2, only because I'm interested. 1, what are your top 3 favourite songs at the moment? This is such a good question, because I have absolutely been loving Rag & Bone Man's album. I just can't stop listening to it. Oh, just the whole album. Every single song on that album is a corker. There isn't one that I think, no, it shouldn't be there. It's so good. If you haven't heard it, go and listen to it on Spotify, download it, whatever you need to do. It's brilliant. I've spoken about this before in my favourites, Alaska by Maggie Rogers. I really like her. I love that song. And I'm really enjoying Shape of You by Ed Sheeran. So those are the 3 that I'm really loving. And where are some of the loveliest places you have visited with Claire and Rupert? So we don't really go travelling outside of the UK because of Rupert, but we end up going to Devon quite a lot with family, and I really enjoy going to Devon, I have to say. But at the moment, no plans to go anywhere else right now, so that's it. I mean, the Peak District and Derbyshire is stunning, and we just like exploring there, and there's so much to explore, so really enjoy doing that. The Tartan Brunette, sorry, she asks, if you could only have 5 makeup products, what would you choose? That's good, that. foundation, and I would probably go with a foundation that was buildable. So I'm really enjoying the Rimmel Match Perfection. That's really good. So I'd probably take that, and because it's drugstore and it would last, I really like it. I would take mascara, and it would probably be the Hypnose mascara. I would take a lip balm, and I really like the Fresh Sugar lip balms. They're really, really nice. So I'd probably take one of those, just the normal one, not a tinted one. If I could only have 5. Yeah, lip balm. Maybe I would have a tinted one actually, because then it would double up, wouldn't it? I would take, and she said makeup items, so it'd probably be makeup items. I'd take a concealer, and I've got mascara, probably a red lipstick. Yeah, I'll have a lip balm and a red lipstick. So, oh, blush. It'd have to be blush. Yeah, forget the red lipstick. It's got to be blush. That's what I would take. So that is the 5 products. Thank you for that. That's a good one. That was hard though. I don't know which blush. Probably Rocketeur by Benefit, because I find that's a really good, sort of just at the top of the cheekbone sort of blush. Really like that. Slummy Single Mummy says, any weird phobias? I'm not afraid of many things. I have a fear of falling, but I don't think that is, and it's not a fear of falling, and hurting myself. I've got a fear of hurting myself, like tripping and falling. If I'm stood on like a chair, I get really nervous standing on a chair, but I'm not afraid of heights. It's more of the falling aspect, but I wouldn't say that's a fear. I really, really, really do not like snails, slugs or worms. Like, I don't mind snakes, I don't mind spiders, I'm not really fussed about wasps or bees anymore. I'm not really fussed about most things, but snails, slugs and worms, I really don't like them. They make my skin crawl, but I wouldn't say I was afraid of them. I just really don't like them, and I get really quite upset when I see one, but it's not a fear, it's more of they just make me feel weird. I just don't like them. So yeah, that would be my sort of weird phobia. My dreamality, what's your pet peeve? I only have one, and a lot of people have it, and it is actually people not spelling things correctly. So things like they might spell, so for example, en route is the biggest one for me. Somebody says, oh, I'm en route to something. It's spelled E-N, route. It's French, en route. It's like en route, O-N, it's not a saying. You'd say, I'm on the route. That really bothers me, and every time I see it, it sort of makes me wince. I find it really difficult to swallow, and it shouldn't bother me. It shouldn't, but it does. It really does. So that is probably my pet peeve. Chloe Williams says, how did you learn to do makeup? Who inspired you? I'm still learning to do makeup, and I think there are people out there on YouTube and people I meet every day who inspire me. I don't have any makeup artists that I follow. It's just people who do their makeup every day that inspire me. There are people on Facebook groups that inspire me that are really, really good. Just artistically, a lot of people inspire me, but in terms of my own makeup, it is literally just, I like the trial and error. I like to play with it. I can see how far my skills have come, but I still have so much to learn. I don't really want to be doing makeup on other people. I thought about it, and I thought I might want to try doing it on other people, and I did, but it's not enjoyable. It's more something I just enjoy doing on my own face. So that really is, it's just that learning. I really enjoy doing that, and I will continue to do so. So thanks for that, Chloe. Leah XO, hi Leah, says, what are your 2017 goals in terms of YouTube and your blog? In terms of my blog, I've been plugging it a bit more because I've been writing a bit more. And do you know what? Since I have focused it on beauty completely and nothing else, not veering into lifestyle or fashion or anything else, I've just kept it beauty and that's it. I feel like it's been a lot easier for me. I've been inspired to write. I've got lots of products. It also helps me because I have got so many products to really review them, give you feedback. You know, you guys have asked me, you hauled it, what did you think of it? And so putting it in my blog is easier. I find it really difficult to talk about. I know it's easy for me to talk, but I find it really difficult to talk about products. And I think that in the blog I find it a lot easier. So my goals for 2017 were to just continue doing it, help it to grow, build the DA, which is domain authority, and just try and increase traffic, really. That's what I want from my blog. The YouTube goals I've set myself is just to increase my subscribers, and I know it's not all about subscribers, but I feel like it's the only way you can measure success on here, is people like you enough to press that subscribe button. And by doing regular videos and giving exactly what I say I'm going to do, I feel like that's the only way that I'm going to do it. The PB family, who's your hero? My grandma. My grandma's my hero. She is an absolute pillar of strength. She is a strong, independent woman. She always has been. She's in her mid-80s, nearly, well, yeah, coming up to her late 80s now. And she's just brilliant. She had always held down a job. She'd always been, you know, fiercely feminist in a way that other women of her age probably wouldn't have been. And yeah, she's definitely my inspiration. She's definitely my hero. I think my grandma is the most awesome person. Secret Style File, she says, if you weren't blogging, what else would you be doing? And blogging is just a hobby. I think if I wasn't blogging, I would continue with my other hobby, which is, you know, singing and music, and actually that has taken a real back burner, but I feel like this is a really good way to be creative as well, and I love being creative. I'd probably be reading more books as well. I don't really read any books anymore because I'm blogging and I'm reading blogs, so yeah, I'd probably do a bit more reading if I wasn't blogging, but I do obviously work. I have a full-time job. Oh gosh, she says, what's your lazy day makeup routine? Is probably what I've got on my face today. So I don't know whether you can see. I'm going to take my glasses off and show you. I've had a bit of an eye issue. I think it might be dermatitis. So I've basically got dry patches and blotches here. And I had a look on the internet. You probably shouldn't do that, but I did, just to see what I could do. And it said to not moisturise, don't put makeup on it. So I've actually left it bare. So in terms of what I've got on my face, literally just a bit of foundation, powder, blush, mascara, nothing on my eyes at all, and lipstick. Done. That is my face done. That would be my lazy day. And probably not even lipstick. I'd probably put lip balm on if that was it. I'm Amelia May. She says, how do you keep your curls so lovely and defined? What's your hair routine? And I get asked this question so much. I use the curly girl method. I will link something down below that might explain that a bit. I've spoken about it before, but essentially it's using products that are friendly for curls. Sulfates are bad for curls. I think they're bad for anybody's hair really, but there's also silicons and other things and parabens that really just don't work well if you want your hair to be frizz-free, which it essentially isn't right now because it's in a ponytail. My curls, I feel like if I just use a good conditioner that is curly girl method friendly, and you will have seen it in loads of empties, the Garnier Honey Treasures one, I just love it. It's brilliant for curls. I just leave that in my hair. I put a t-shirt around my head. I don't use terry toweling at all on my hair because it frizzes it up. I just use a cotton t-shirt, wrap it up, and I put a little bit of scrunching gel in from Umberto Giannini, and that seems to work really well. It's not too heavy, it's a bit lighter. I used to really enjoy curl creams, but it was a bit too heavy for my hair, but I feel like the scrunching jelly really works. So that works for me. Every curl is different though, but avoid sulfates would be my don't use sulfate shampoo. I don't use shampoo at all. I haven't washed my hair with shampoo for 12 months possibly. Oh no, because I think he does do it when I go to the hairdressers. So he uses sulfate free shampoo. So that was maybe 6 or 8 weeks ago. So yeah, I do get it washed then, but I don't wash it myself. I hope that helped. I will be doing a video on it when I work out how best to put that out there. And Flutter Sparkle asked the same thing. So yes, it is literally don't wash it as much as possible and put lots of conditioner in. Penji says, when you're not working, what's your makeup style? As much as possible. That is probably, that's my answer. If I'm not working, as much makeup as possible. Bedazzled Bee says, how long does it take for you to be camera ready for a vlog post? So this took 5 minutes. And it really does depend what I'm doing. A lot of the time, if I'm going to do a full face of makeup, I might do a Facebook Live on a Facebook group, or I might record it and save it and decide whether it's worth putting it up, or I'll do an Instagram tutorial. So that's what I've been doing. I've just been recording what I'm doing on my face, but really it will take just 5 minutes. And I always wear pajamas, which I've got pajama bottoms, and I throw on a top, and all you guys see is from here upwards. You guys don't see what's on below, and I'm pretty sure most people do the same who are on YouTube. If you don't, you're lying. That's what I would say. Little Miss Style Guru, hi hun, how are you? Her question was, where do you see yourself in 10 years time? Well, in 10 years time I will be 46, so I'll probably be earning a bit more than I'm on now. I'm hoping that I'll be in a managerial position. I was a manager before, but I was managing a process rather than managing people. So I think that would be good. I'd like to see myself still in the same company because I really love where I work. I've been there 7 years and I don't really want to leave. They're a great company to work for. So I'd like to be there in 10 years, and I'd still like to be doing YouTube. I really enjoy it. I'd like to be blogging still. I really like my life as it is now. In terms of me and Claire and our house, I think it would be nice if we either were moving into somewhere bigger, and mainly because I want to have a study, I want Rupert to have more room, etc. You know, our house isn't tiny though, it's good, it's fit for purpose. Or get an extension. I really want a big kitchen, you know, that's what I really want. That's sort of my goal in life. That's terrible, isn't it? So hopefully that answers it. Vinny, and I post that back to you actually if you're watching. Ellie Jade XX says, do you plan on getting any more pets? I really wish we could, but we both work and it's so difficult with Rupert to both work and, you know, not be able to spend time with him apart from evenings and weekends. If we worked at home, if YouTube was a success, for example, and I didn't have to work, I would totally have another dog. I really want a miniature Dachs. I just think they're adorable. I just love their little faces, and I just think that I would love to have one with Rupert. That would be my dream. But yeah, I would have more dogs. I can't have cats because I'm allergic to them, which is a shame because I do like them. Natalie Courtois, who helps take my pics? I do them all myself. I do all of my pictures myself. I don't do fashion photography, so and I did once ask Claire to take my photos, me in clothing, and it really just didn't go down well. So everything's done by myself. I take all of my Instagram pictures, take all of my photos for my face, everything. I do it all myself. I always feel like I can get what I want. I'm probably a little bit too controlling maybe, so yeah, that's who does it, me. Nobody helps. Oh, and VSCO or VCSO, one of the apps on my phone. Call Me Kim, she's also on YouTube, says, now you're married ladies, what's the next step for you both? So Claire and I we're really happy as we are with Rupert. I think the next step is to invest in a camper van, and eventually we want to just have something that we can just go away for the weekends. I think we've decided that although we really adore our nephews and nieces, and I mean really adore them, we don't feel that we are going to have children. I just think that we had a lot, we've spoken about it, we looked at adoption, we looked at fostering, we looked at sperm donors, because we felt that it was the right thing to do. And it might be something in our future. It might, but we're just not ready. We really enjoy each other's company. We enjoy our lifestyle. We enjoy being with each other and having Rupert. And I think we really enjoy the fact that we've got our nephews and nieces that we can be close to. So you never know, things might change 10 years down the line, and we would look at fostering or adoption at that point. We wouldn't look at having children ourselves. I think, you know, growing up, I never had that maternal urge. I never, you know, the fear of having a child was was there. I was so terrified of getting pregnant when I was younger, and even in my 20s it just absolutely blew my mind. Did not want that to happen. So yeah, I'm pretty happy without children, but it's not because I don't like them. I think they're amazing, I think they're a joy, and I think they're a miracle, but it's just something that we've just not really wanted. So that, hopefully that answers your question. We're just, a camper van is the future for us, and maybe a bigger house, as we said. So that would be, that's the next step, the camper van, and doing our utility room. And final question on Instagram from the Claire Necessities. Hi Claire, says, my question is, if you could go anywhere in the world on holiday, where would you go and why? If Rupert wasn't part of our life, I'd probably want to go to Canada. I've got family there. I'd also want to go and see David over in Washington State. That's where he lives now, my brother David. I just said it as if you knew. I'd love to go and see the Northern Lights. A lot of people have always wanted to do that, but I really want to see it, but then I hate being cold. Stay in one of those glass igloo things. Oh my God, I'd love that. That would be ideal. I don't know if I'd want to go to many places. I really like the UK, so I think that I would try and travel around the UK more. That's why I want the camper van. I just love it. And maybe a little bit of Europe, to be honest. You know, wherever we could go. Really would enjoy that, I think. And then the final question is from Facebook, and it's from Joanne Southern asks, do you prefer drugstore or high-end makeup? I personally prefer high-end, not because I'm a makeup snob, but because my sensitive skin can only tolerate certain products. Honestly, if it works, I don't care if it costs 50p or if it costs £50. My collection is probably mainly drugstore, although lately I've been able to afford more high-end. Doesn't necessarily mean that I've loved it. Some of the eyeshadow palettes I've bought, I can tell a difference in quality, but only because through like finger swatches, putting them on my eyes, they stay exactly the same amount of time. I'm using a drugstore primer every time. So I'm not really sure if I've got a preference. I think I prefer drugstore in the sense that I'm getting more value for money, but there's some things that are just so good from, you know, from a higher budget. So there's lots of stuff that I really enjoy from both. So it's a very difficult question to answer. Probably drugstore in the sense that you can get it anywhere. Like a lot of stuff you can't just get anywhere. So that would be it. Anyway, this has been a mega long video. I've answered everybody's questions. Thank you so much if you've asked one. If you didn't get any question this time, maybe next time. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And I hopefully will see you all in my next video. If you want to, comment down below and let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Bye guys. What are you well, blah blah blah, that's not good.